This is a Transportation TV News Update Special Report, the AASHTO Spring Meeting 2014. I'm Tony Dorsey reporting. The Marriott Hotel, downtown Louisville. This is the American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials' three-day spring meeting, which was held May 27th through the 29th. It's an annual event, but this year there was a greater sense of urgency.
It's important for board members to be in attendance. They really haven't met in about 6 months. They're talking about some key issues: reauthorization, MAP 21 and implementation, the Highway Trust Fund crisis. We have over 400 attendees with over 40 states represented, including the District of Columbia.
The Highway Trust Fund crisis was top of mind here because millions of dollars in reimbursement payments are sent to state transportation departments all across the country every day. States are paid back for investments made in projects to build or maintain transportation infrastructure. The troubling news is that according to the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Highway Trust Fund could run out of money sometime in August.
We're advertising projects now with a caveat that we're not going to award them until the federal Highway Trust Fund issue has been resolved, because the state would be in a position, if it's delayed for any length of period of time, the state would be in a position of having to fund those projects without any revenue to do it, and we cannot put the state in that kind of situation.
The Highway Trust Fund pays for federal highway and transit programs from the collection of federal motor fuels taxes, which haven't been raised in 20 years. The fund is not indexed for inflation, so it hasn't kept pace with rising costs. This factor and several others have caused a decline in Highway Trust Fund revenues, while construction costs have gone up. Now, time is running out.
This is an issue that's affecting us right now, and we're very anxious that Congress resolves this. We would like to see it obviously resolved for a long term, but if the uncertainty rolls into the fall, we're virtually in shutdown mode in Rhode Island. We're going to be starting to, by the end of the year, we're turning off the lights.
Federal Highway Administration Executive Director Jeff Paniati, who attended the AASHTO Spring Meeting, urged state officials to track the Highway Trust Fund balance closely at this website.
And that can give states, I think, a sense of kind of where we're at and where we might be come middle, late summer. We are currently working on information for them in terms of what we would do if there was a shortfall. It's not quite ready for public consumption yet, but it will be shortly. And when that's available, we'll talk in more detail about how we would manage money in a shortfall situation.
The AASHTO Board of Directors expressed its concern by passing a resolution calling on Congress to ensure the solvency of the nation's Highway Trust Fund this summer before the Federal Highway Administration is forced to begin delaying reimbursements to states for transportation work underway. Speaking on the board's behalf, AASHTO President Mike Hancock, Secretary of the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, said in a statement, quote, "We encourage Congress to address the short-term solvency of the Highway Trust Fund, but there are also long-term funding and policy issues that need to be addressed. AASHTO and its member states remain committed to working with Congress on a long-term reauthorization bill." President Hancock emphasized the importance of investments in projects like this one underway just blocks away from the AASHTO Spring Meeting. The Indiana Department of Transportation and the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet have teamed up to build the Ohio River Bridges project. A second bridge will be added to the one now standing to improve safety, alleviate traffic congestion, and improve productivity throughout the region.
Costs $2.6 billion. It's changing the face of this community, as are a number of other improvements that the local people are making. And that whole thing put together lots of new businesses, lots of new infill.
When completed in 2016, state officials estimate the project will infuse $87 billion into the local economy and add an estimated 15,000 jobs. Projects like this one are critical to America's future, says Hancock. That's why saving the Highway Trust Fund this summer and passing a long-term transportation bill must be top congressional priorities. At the AASHTO Spring Meeting in Louisville, I'm Tony Dorsey reporting.